What's going on, Geekdom? This is Chipmunk. We are doing the review over the film Clown in the Cornfield. I've recently watched it this weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna try to break down the film a bit. I'm gonna try not to do too much spoilers, but I think it's gonna be a little spoilers just because it's a lot of stuff that I'm like confused on or just complain about, and have to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that happens in the film. So it might be like some light spoilers and stuff in it in this review. But yeah, I definitely try my hardest not to spoil a lot with this. But right now, I think Clown in the Cornfield, as far as just Rotten Tomatoes scores, I think the critics liked it more than the audience. The critics had it about a 76 or something like that, and the audience had about a 67 or something. I can't remember exactly what it was that they had on, but I'll show it here. But yeah, the critics liked it a lot more than the audience did. I don't think it was like a horrible film. It's not my type of horror film, but yeah, it wasn't a bad film. The film is about a daughter and father. They moved to a small town in Texas. I believe it's Texas. In a small town, uh, they have this event where Friendo is celebrated and everything because Friendo the clown is the popular character, I guess, that's made up for the town. The lead character, which is the girl, she's new. She just started school, and first day of school, she ends up with the troubled kids or troubled, youth. The ones that get into a lot of the bull crap in the town. They also have their own YouTube channel or social media channel where they post fake murders of Friendo the clown. So they dress up like Friendo and then try to do these little small clips or shorts of Friendo taking them all out. So yeah, but they are the ones that get blamed for a lot of stuff. A lot of the adults don't like them, and so she ends up with the crowd. She falls in love with the rich kid, and yeah. They get into some more trouble when they find out that Friendo is actually out trying to, take them out. So it's like the basis of the movie, I guess. The father is a doctor. He's the reason it's a father and daughter story is because the mother passed away. The father has a hard time dealing with the loss, and so that's why they moved. I think that dynamic of the daughter and father and her treatment of him is kind of where it kind of bothered me a bit. I was like, it's an okay film, but it's just a lot of stuff that I was like, I typically didn't like with it. But it's supposed to be a blend of comedy with it, as far as just the horror and stuff goes. I think it's supposed to be self aware of what it is, as far as just a horror film goes. It makes a lot of different tropes, but it feels like the writing and stuff is an 80s or 90s film, maybe 2000, early 2000s, but it feels like an old film the way it's written and how these characters talk feels very old. But they incorporate everything, this new like social media stuff, posting stuff and getting, views and stuff on YouTube or whatever social media. So it's like it's still modern, but then it feels old when it comes to the writing. There's just dynamics in it that I just didn't too much care for. I think that they went through too fast, or it just doesn't make sense. But then it's like it's supposed to not make sense because that's what they do in horror films. So I think that's the thing. It's like some stuff I think it's self aware, and that's why it does certain stuff. Is because hey, these movies back then did this ridiculous stuff. So I'm thinking that it's kind of like that, where it's self aware that it's making fun of older movies in horror in general of like different tropes, and then they try to flip some stuff on its head. Like even one of the characters goes, "This is like an '80s horror film," and that means I'm next. So she was next. She was definitely next, but to be taken out. But yeah, so it's definitely self aware of what it is or what it's trying to do, but it hits the dynamic of um, kind of like boomers versus Gen Zers type of deal. That's what it kind of feels like. It definitely feels like boomers versus Gen Z. Um, Maybe a little bit of millennials versus, but yeah. Which sounds like, I guess, if you want to go that route with it, there's nothing wrong with that. Um, it definitely flips a couple of things when it comes to horror. Some stuff was very, very funny. I did enjoy. Uh, Especially when they was trying to, I'm a spoiler, but they were trying to use a rotary phone and didn't know what the heck it was or how to use it. That shit kind of made me laugh. But yeah. But it was all right. It wasn't one of my favorites though. It's not something I would typically put up there in horror. But that's the thing, is like it's a lot of the horror films I feel like it's decent enough to be enjoyed for one time. It's not something I would buy. That's the only thing, is like a lot of these films that come through, whether it was like um, Hard Eyes or what was that, The Monkey? It's like those were entertaining horror films enough, but they're not something that I would buy. Something I would continuously like watch over and over again, or want to watch over and over again. But they were fine for what they were. And I was like, I kind of feel like that's what horror. A lot of the horror films that was coming out here in 2025 are just they're decent. And that's how I kind of feel with this. It's like it's decent. It's not something I typically care for. If I were to give it a percentage from Rotten Tomatoes myself, I'll be closer to the audience's range, but I'll give it a low 60. Probably like 62, 61. Because I was like, it was okay. It wasn't something that I typically loved. I had like a lot of like annoying gripes when it came to it, but I was like, I know what they're trying to do. That's the only thing. It's like some of the stuff I know what they're trying to do, but it's like it's still annoying for some reason. Like it's still annoying to me while watching it, because I was like, well, but it is what it is though. I'm still looking forward to some other horror films I think will top, but this one is more self aware with the comedy and everything. Um, I don't know if it'll be the best comedy horror of this year, if you were to think about it, but I think it'll be close up there. I think it would definitely be close. I still think probably Hard Eyes is the top for me at the moment when it comes to comedy horror. Hard Eyes, I think, took it away. But still got a lot of horror and stuff to go. We'll definitely see. If y'all watch the film, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. What y'all think of it? If y'all haven't, I still say go and watch it. It still was entertaining enough. Not a lot of people were in the theater when I went to watch it. And then the first time I was going to try to watch it, and then I just missed that time that it did play in theaters. No one showed for pre-sale, so I don't know. Yeah, say it's entertaining enough for a good first watch. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. If you like this video, please put a like on the video. If you like to subscribe, see some more of my reviews and other type of videos, please do. Thank you all so much for jumping on and giving me a try. I really do appreciate it. Please do take care of yourselves and others. Peace, keep them.